Look alive, ladies and gentlemen. And did you see that type of absolute editing I did right there in the moment when I forgot on the banner that I left National Dive Bar Day and I just switched it to National Don't Step on a B Day?
I didn't see that,
Took
but
me
I
like
thought
two.
I thought you were going to come in with a Scottish accent.
No.
Look alive.
Is that Scottish accent?
I,
Are
I
you
mean,
sure about that?
maybe, maybe not. It might be. What's that one show that Peaky
Peaky
Blinders?
Blinders. Slap of the bass, man.
No, that's not.
Slap of
That's
the bass.
Jamaican. That's Jamaican.
No, they said he sounded like the leprechaun. Um, Episode 147, July 10th, 2024. Happy National Don't Step on a B Day. More on that in a few minutes. Any new listeners we have or new viewers? Weird, dude. Hold on. Hold that thought. Happy birthday to the wife of the CEO of Stats, my mom.
Happy birthday, Mama Gay.
Mm-hmm. She had a birthday yesterday. So
Why
happy
didn't you
birthday to
tell
her.
me?
I don't know, it's not too late.
I could have texted her.
You don't tell me when your parents' BAs are.
Yeah, dude. I tell you every time it's Hugh's birthday.
Oh yeah, you do. You do. I do send him a message every now and then. Um, so yes, if you're a new listener or a new viewer, thank you for joining us. Thank you for listening. If you don't stick around for the whole live show, the viewing, we tape our podcast as a live show. And you can go subscribe to the podcast anywhere you find your podcast. We are on a quest to win the Millie, the DraftKings Millie. And in that quest, we have been absolutely on a heater this week with the social media nonsense that we typically
Can we
get ourselves
also
in.
add that during our quest, all these lineups are hand built?
Hand built. Look,
None of
nope.
this put in some type of
Optimizer is what
geometry.
they're called.
Yeah, whatever it's called, some math equation.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know how to do any of that stuff. Hand built
Nope.
these lineups.
No offense to those that do. That just means you're way smarter than us, or you have more time, or it's what you do for a living. So
Yeah.
respect to that, but also let's backhand that with disrespect because we build hand. We play hands. We play for keeps. So
Yeah, we're like the men's league. Like this is
you,
our second job. Like this is our hobby.
you know what we are? We're the
Ain't no hobby.
receivers. We're the receivers in the draft. When you see their highlight film, that catches with their hands.
Yes, that's right.
And I'll tell you what, nothing gets me more hot and bothered on a football guy or a football player than whenever I see him pluck the football out of the air with his
We're
hands.
not getting drafted for speed.
Mm-mm. Nope. All hands right here. All hands team.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, there we go. That's a movement we could start. Hands team. Hashtag hands team. Oh, we got to do that. What's trending right now? Hashtag Gladiator 2.
The receiver show started on Netflix, so hands
Oh,
might be trending.
there you go. Trending.
And Otani just did some
Gamble
type
again?
of no, almost something worse. He hit a double or something and pulled his glove off and did a little shake weight action below the belt.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Mm-mm. Can't be doing that. Can't be doing that. That might
So
make its way into the
hands might
archives.
be trending right now.
Okay. So
Handsy, I don't know.
hashtag DraftKings hands team. We'll get in contact with DraftKings. The only way we knew how, which is just tagging them on everything we do on Twitter. So they've got to be sick of us by now. But let's start right there, dude.
Real has recognized real though.
Real is recognized real. They thought they were being funny with a facial hair pitcher from the Oakland Athletics who's got basically what looks like Jack Skellington's mountain that curls up
I thought
half
it was a
side of his
6, and I couldn't figure out why he had a 6 on his forehead.
Because people got a 6 in the back behind him. He's the pitcher.
No, he's no, no, he's. I was about to say
Watch your
he's number
6,
9.
oh, dude, watch your 6. Oh no.
That took me a minute.
That makes sense though. It makes a lot of sense. So they posted that picture And we immediately we are a, what would you call us? Are we
We hold the line. If
okay,
somebody comes at us, we hold the line. We get in the comments and we hold the line.
we hold the line. That's a good way to put it. We go after people. We've done it to Pat Mayo. We've done it to Barstool. We've done it to RG3. We've done it to Reddit College Football. We've done it to the Golics. And now DraftKings is the only one that returned the favor, and they got the joke because we're just trying to say, hey, some of this stuff you may have seen before, and it might have come from our account. So why don't we just everybody play nice and just give a little credit? Shout out to Pardon My Take too, because they did shout us out.
They did.
So shout out to them. But DraftKings they had that picture of the guy, and we just decided to make it a meme. So here is that meme, and this is also a reminder for everybody watching and listening. DraftKings decided to post a picture, and we don't know where Butch is. I'm not sure where Tex is, but if Butch is late, he's probably planning something outrageous. He might phone in from like the battlefield of
He
Pittsburgh or
might be
something.
in Scotland right now.
He might be. Let's hope he doesn't show up in a kilt. But anyways, they DraftKings retweeted our post and said, "Who wore it better, Butch P with the Pinehurst 2 or this other guy with the 6 that everybody's got a 6?" So we immediately took that meme and said our $1 entry contest, which is in the description of the show. So go sign up and sign in. Everybody's doing it for the Scottish Open. And then everyone enters that competes against us. So those two pictures side by side, shout out DraftKings. We're on the radar. We know that. So, and then you had one. You had one. I'm going to go ahead and show. That was another dandy that you had right here. LeBron James.
I was just scrolling through that meme me or whatever the hell it's called, and I saw that LeBron James reportedly forgets 2. I was like, he obviously didn't join our contest.
Yep.
Might as well just type that in there.
Open invite though. It's just $1.
Hey, if he wants to get in, he can get his butt whooped too.
The real question is, are they going to replace Kawhi Leonard Olympic team with Bronny James Jr.?
Ooh.
If he can pull that off.
I don't know much about it, but as I was coming down here, I did see that. I know we're not a political podcast, but Obama went full Key and Peele skit on the Olympic team.
No way. What did he do?
He dapped up like all the players. And then he got to the coaches who are of different descent, and he went firm.
Handshake?
Yes.
Oh, no.
He went full Key and Peele spit.
Wow.
Skit on him.
Hey, be careful about the spit.
Yeah, Hawk Tui.
Dude, by the way, everybody who's listening and listening back, it was brought to our attention that
we're on the radar.
We're on the radar, and there's a possibility that an interview could occur involving a certain viral celebrity. We'll just say that within the near future. We have no details, but there's a chance that this opportunity was brought to us and we might take it. So, but yes, she may be coming on the show. We will see how that unfolds. And speaking of guests too, I made a slide. Of course I made a slide.
Of course you did.
Of course I made
people
a slide.
Wanting to be on the show.
That's a weird thing. Speaking of people who want to be on the show, everybody, I'm going to pull up the next slide. I made a slide. I figured out how to get around PowerPoint slides or Google Slides because it screws up everything on my computer. And I just make a bunch of memes now and then just make slides out of them through my computer.
Smart.
So here we go. Next guest I don't know if it'll be the next one, but he will be a future guest. We've been in contact with his people, which is i.e. just him through the, and he has agreed to come on the show. Fellow North Carolinian, absolutely on a heater right now. He finished T7 playing some really good golf, got a good shot at the Scottish Open. The next GOAT guest on the show, will be Andrew Novak. Thoughts, J-Vi?
Hey, we didn't know much about him. It was brought to our attention he might be a good guest. We've looked into it. He's into it.
Yes.
But
Big soccer guy.
there is a little bit of a rival there.
Huge rival.
So we'll see how it goes.
Yes.
We've never been a group of guys that have backed down from a good old little smack talk.
Nope.
So don't expect us to back down now.
And here's the thing. He made it adamant that he's a big football guy.
Weird
And
team selection, though.
yes.
Oddball.
Very weird. Weird team selection. Tex just sent me his guy at 15 minutes past when the show starts. So Tex is in, got his guy. But anyways, so we've got, we don't do these interviews like, oh my gosh, look at it. We're like, we want to get to know these dudes. Most of them watch all these other sports. They have favorite sports teams. And we're like,
Yeah.
hey, let's get on here and let's have a good old fashioned Donnybrook and just talk some trash to each other.
Well, they talk about their sport enough.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that anymore.
Don't get me wrong. We love golf. But I'll tell you this right now. We find out who your favorite teams are, we're going to go to work.
We need to see if we can create him a hat that says like N-O on the front and then it's just O's around and it says VAC on the back.
Yes. Every time he gets a birdie.
You can put numbers in it too that are circled so that you get the point that it's because he's birdieing.
We're definitely doing every time he makes a birdie, just hashtag Novak every time. We'll just add an O. That's going to be the tweet. That's it. And so hopefully he's got like his name's like 16 O's long by the end of the weekend, or like 20 some O's long. So look who's here, dude. Bear with a machine gun. Bear's back. Good evening, people, he says with horns up because he knows that won't be allowed in the college football game. So next guest, Andrew Novak, sometime after I'll put this up again at the end of the show or sometime after Scottish Open. So it's going to be a fun time.
Yes.
Okay. Other things. In the headline, I can't get to my document, so now I'm lost.
You said you missed the old Shark Week. It's in the headline.
Yes. So big social media. Not only that, dude, I forgot to mention this. Popeye's Chicken tweeted at us.
Come on the show?
Yes, Popeye's Chicken, dude. We had a tweet a while ago that nuggets, like that boneless wings were just nuggets. And somebody commented down there that that's not true. And then Popeyes a year later says, hey, so-and-so on Twitter, here's a coupon for saucy nuggets. And it's like this. I gotta find this thing, dude. So Popeyes is in the game. That blew me out of nowhere. I'm like looking at the notifications and I'm like, why is Popeyes tweeting at us?
Have you had Popeyes?
Once.
There's chicken sandwich?
No.
Wasn't that them that was trying to rival Chick-fil-A with their chicken sandwich, but they kept running out?
Yes. So Popeye said, hey, at B, I love when you're wrong. BOGO boneless wings are on Thursdays. So there you go.
Tomorrow.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, happy wings. Happy wings. And Popeyes a year later says, time for a 6-piece of the juicy, crispy truth. Use code BonelessBeliever for a free 6-piece with any purchase on 7/6 at Popeyes. Let us know if you've been redeemed. So they found they found this tweet.
That was on Tuesday or Sunday, wasn't it?
This was a while ago.
No, not Thursday.
No, this was on July 4th. They tweeted at us on July 4th.
What are they doing working on a holiday?
Hey, shout out to Popeyes. You want to get a sponsorship going here? Let's do it, dude. We'll just
the grind never stops.
Let's go, dude. If you're trying to beat Chick-fil-A, you better be open on Sundays and holidays. That's all I gotta say. Anyways, oh geez. Ladies and gentlemen, Butch B's here. We don't know what's about to happen. His faces have been making the rounds with his William Wallace nonsense and his
Butch is here.
We don't know what he's cooking up, ladies and gentlemen. He's here. He's in the green room. He's here. He's in the green. Oh, look who's here. Right here. Levels Chick-fil-A soon. Okay. What's up, E? Backwards E? I don't know how to read your welcome into the show.
Crips, E-Pig.
All right.
Bloody Pig Purple. Oh, no. Butch is here. Everybody, shh. What are we doing? Oh, no.
Freedom!
He's back. He's back. Freedom Goat is back.
Oh, my gosh, dude. Yes, he did
In your face, Pat Mayo.
He did it, Pat Mayo. Don't just meme about it. Be about it, dude. In your face. That's how we do things. Hey, Butch, check this out. I'm gonna
tip my nose when I put my shirt on.
How long does it take to do that, Butch?
Not long. I just started about 9:30. Took a shower, mixed the paint.
You may notice that face from here.
Yes, dude.
Shut up.
Butch has his face painted William Wallace style.
Yes.
There
you go.
Because you won last year, right?
Did I?
Say you did for the story. Never let the truth get in the way of a good story.
Never. So
Ron Close needs to add Butch to his course history. Face painted Butch first. Green.
Okay, we already announced we're having Novak on. I made a slide for that. You'd be surprised, Butch. We talked about the big social media. I'm making slides for the meme thing has changed. Meme-matic has changed the game for me and everybody. Really, everybody's sending memes. So I just want to say, it's in the title. We missed the old Shark Week. Have you guys watched Shark Week this week?
No, dude.
I mean,
I'll tell you what, man.
I didn't realize it was this week.
It is. Go ahead, J-Bye.
I'll tell you what. There's like no TV on in our house except for maybe like a Disney movie for a little bit, or if there's a sports game on. But like other than that, we don't really watch TV.
Humble brag. What do you do? Prep for
the show, dude. Work.
Prep for the show.
Do this. Go to sleep.
Dude, yeah. When there's not sports on, I have it on in the background. And I used to be all about it, dude, because it was scientific, right? Like here's a shark that went over here. Here's a shark that went over there. You know?
Well, it's hard because we don't have like basic cable. We have like a streaming service and then all the other streaming services. So we probably pay more than what it costs to have basic cable. But it's like we don't get the commercials of like Shark Week is on this, like, so I don't really even know what's going on unless like I'm at the hotel and I see the commercial for it or something.
Okay. Well,
we're a no commercial family.
Hey, I can respect that, but I just think it's just that they've gotten out of control. You can tell they're reading scripts, like they're coming up with all these. Dude, I watched one episode the other day. They were measuring the shark's junk. They're calling claspers. They're swimming around and they're like, he's got a 16-inch clasper, and I'm like,
whoa,
what am I watching here? I mean, if we cross the line with Shark Week, like, just give me
I didn't know they were packing like that.
Dude, some of them are, I mean, yeah, dude, speaking of Otani shake weight, like, come on.
You think
Shark weight.
You think there's like a correlation? You think there's a correlation like in humans? Like, a certain demographic has a certain size.
I don't know.
Other demographic has a certain size.
I don't know.
You think sharks have that correlation?
I don't know. There's a joke that I would say, but I'm not gonna say. But anyways,
like
I don't want to be looking at...
Hammerhead can't be packing a 16-incher.
Hammerhead's that's top heavy, dude.
I know.
Let's not go there as badly as you want to.
But I feel like a great white's like a dude with a lifted truck. Like, I don't know if he's got but I don't know, maybe a bull shark.
What about
reef shark?
Where's Tex? Where's Tex? Tex would know.
He know the clasper length.
Tex would also know what size poops they have.
He would. Dude, I got so many comments on that from like just outside the show. They're like, somebody at work was like, I didn't know that. And he said, your brother just was like, yeah, it's toad poop. Without even seeing it. I'm like, if you only knew, dude, that guy's got just an endless amount of just knowledge that you never knew you would need.
Animal knowledge too.
Yeah. I mean, it's unbelievable. So I'm sad because my kids are growing up in the woke Shark Week category. You know, used to be like, let's see how high this shark can jump out of the water. Let's see what this shark eats. Now it's like, let's look at this shark's junk and then see if John Cena could beat it in a tug of war. And I'm like, I don't want to.
You're watching shark porn now.
Serious? Yeah.
What have they watched Sharknado?
No, I haven't. I have not. But anyways, the name, it's just getting out of control. I miss the old Shark Week where I could just sit in and listen to some boring British or Australian narrator just be like, this here is the blacktip reef shark and it lives here and it eats this and it travels here.
Them going down to see it too.
Yeah.
And poking the bear.
I mean, now they're in there like measuring their junk. Like nobody wants to see that, dude.
No.
I could not believe it, dude. I just could not.
Don't send unsolicited
shark porn.
Nobody wants to see unsolicited, shark.
Hashtag for the kids, Shark Week. Come on. Yeah. Okay. So we have the Scottish Open. We're going to talk about that, which we will pretty much be leading right into. I mean, it starts at 2 a.m.
I know. Yeah. What are we 4 hours away here?
That's true. I'm sitting here. I'm like, I got to get my lineups in before 2 a.m. So the question is, hold on. We're going to do, what are we going to do here? I got to do, all right, I'm getting through all the memes over here.
I look like
get back to
the pig right now.
So, but yeah, we got the Scottish Open. We're going to run right up to it just about. So you'll get all the guys and then we'll talk about the course a little bit. But first, don't step on a B day. This one grabbed my attention. Couldn't not talk about it.
Yeah,
don't step on a B day.
We're A guys here.
That's right, dude.
Yeah.
We don't have a plan B because if plan A doesn't work, why are you even doing it?
That's right.
Yeah. So that means your plan A isn't good enough if you're already planning a plan B. Europeans constructed movable comb hives to harvest honey without destroying the colony in the 18th century. So beekeeping's been going on for a while.
Wow.
1/3 of the food that we eat daily is due to the pollination carried out by bees. There are actually over 20,000 species of bees. I didn't know that.
We need a bee week.
Cardi B.
We need
No, I don't want any of that, honey. Anyways, we keep
gonna be measuring bees junk soon.
Where's Tex? Let's get the claspers on that bee. I'm gonna need you to go down there and just follow these bees around. Did you say we need a bee week? As I started that sentence, I was like, what if people actually went down there and were measuring bee junk? Like, never mind. We missed the old bee week. That we could do that. Worker bees who do all the work are female and live for about 6 weeks. That I had no idea. So female bee lives 6 weeks. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Golly. The male bees are
talk about in and out. Jeez.
Dude, for real. Be all that you can be for 6 weeks. The male bees are drones whose sole purpose is to find a queen to mate with. So,
but I do know this. You know what the queen bee does?
What?
When she is ready to mate, she flies up as high as she can go, and they have to fly up. Basically, it kills half of them trying to fly up. And then the one that gets it ends up dying as soon as he mates with her.
Bees suck, dude.
Dude, they also die after they sting you.
Yeah, I knew that.
Like, dude, being a bee sounds like terrible.
Dude, who would want to be a bee? And apparently they're really important to all of our food.
Just a third of it.
Yeah. I mean,
the other 2/3 are made in a factory.
That's right. I was going to say Bill Gates is making all the food now. But yes, bees. don't step on a bee. I don't know where "don't step on a bee" even came from, but just be aware. Be
What about
aware.
bees in the trap?
Bees in the trap. Okay. Anything else on bees?
Wow.
Where are we looking at this week for competitions, boys? I'm back in the saddle. I actually made an adjustment for the DraftKings Scottish Open.
I'm
I
out
went
of the 20 max this week.
okay. I'm in the
Just-
20 max this week.
I'm just playing our single entries. I'm gonna save the 20 for next week
Okay. The biggie.
after I win the listener league.
You're not winning the listener league, pal. I'm in the listener league.
You haven't won it ever.
Yeah, that's a lie. I'm up there all the time. This is the greatest golf season we've ever seen on DFS. It's going to get capped off with a millie. It's got to. Has no choice.
Yeah.
No, got to. So I'm in a 20 max, and then I went back in. I'm back qualifying for the Mega Millions next week. And then I reserved a bunch of seats for the Desert King thing. But then I took them all. I took them all out because I was like, I just can't. I can't.
That's
I got to max.
It's a big letdown. You don't get anything.
Yeah. I was like, I can't have two tournaments where I don't win anything and have that much money in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, I got plenty of money in the account, but it just felt like
you can
too
quickly
much.
not have any money in the account.
And
Yes.
it's gone.
Yeah, and it's gone. We're just going to open up a savings account over here, and it's gone.
We're just going to put our money in the desert entry, and it's gone.
What about you, Butch? Which are you, millie? Are you 20 max? Where you landing?
I'm in the millie.
We don't even have to know how many, but you're in there.
Which
Yeah.
is
You
always
gotta-
in the millie.
Yeah.
Dude, you should show up with your face painted like that. You have no choice but to be in the millie. Okay. Salute your sports. Well, we kind of traded that out for our NFL preview. Today we have the Saints. So we got the hot takes board ready to pull up. We have the water cooler debate, DFS deep dive on this golf tournament, other relevant sports news, the WOAT-A-MAKER scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Stop stealing our intellectual property, RG3, Barstool, the Golix, and unblock us, Reddit College Football, you cowards. And a week from tomorrow, the NFL Hall of Fame, not a week, 3 weeks from tomorrow, NFL Hall of Fame game.
Let's go.
Football's back, boys. So,
Yes.
okay. Salute your sports. Drop. Let's do it. Salute your sports. Speaking of college football, I had an idea.
Yeah.
Everybody knows the game is coming out
Yeah.
next week, I think, right?
I don't have any idea.
So the buzz is out of control. No B pun there, but absolutely intended. Buzz is out of control. So I put out a tweet and I tagged DraftKings in it, of course, because that's what we do. I said, what if we volunteer our services to narrate some of these high level college football video game streaming matches? And it has generated some buzz where you and I would be like the Troy Aikman and the Joe Buck and
Yes.
the Chris Collinsworth.
Goat
people-
Buck. Joe Buck.
People stream their games and we just pop in there and start play-by-play Gus Johnson that thing. And there's a market for it, apparently. People have reached out and said that would be hilarious. That is an epic idea. So we could be the play-by-play booth people for college football video games, just like we always dreamed.
It'd be awesome.
Thoughts?
Down.
No-
But I want to
no-
be the color analyst. I don't want to be the play-by-play guy.
I'll do the play-by-play.
I want to be Herb Street.
Oh, why? So you can put the SEC. We'll get to the end of their college football season, and you'll just throw the SEC in the playoff like a jerk.
That's right. I actually
Butch,
saw like how it's going to work out this year. I was just at a conference and they had a big discussion about how the playoff is going to work.
What do you mean how it's going to work? You just win your conference and you're in. It shouldn't be any harder. What do you mean how it's going to work?
Yeah, but a group of 5 team will get in.
They should.
App State will make it to the playoffs.
Oh, but you better believe it, buddy.
If they're the
better.
highest ranked group of 5 conference champion. They're in the playoffs.
Come on. Oh, and then we're going.
Might not be this year, but
dude, we are going. We're going, and we're going to do a live game show if that happens at the playoff. We're going to do a college
because
football.
they'll host. They would
Oh
host.
my gosh, dude.
Could you imagine if App State hosted Ohio State at home?
Oh,
Because it's the top, like the 4 Power 4 conference teams. They're going to get a bye. The conference champion will get a bye.
Mm-hmm.
And then the 5th automatic bid will go to the next highest conference champion, which will be a group of 5 because there's no other Power 5 conference. It's just the Power 4. So if App State ranked 25th, whatever, they win their conference. They're in as the 5th seed. 5 through 9 get a home playoff game, and they'll play the other 4 remaining 10, 11, 12.
Wow.
Or 5 through 8 get a home playoff game. 9, 10, 11, 12 go to 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
So
that's what I'm talking about, E.
App State could play Alabama at home.
Let's go. Oh, and we'll be there, boots on the ground.
Imagine
doing the pregame show.
Could you imagine how wild that would be?
Dude, that would be insane. And it should be like that because that's what makes college football beautiful. They might get beat 70-0, but the build up to that, the atmosphere, what it would do for the smaller group of 5 communities, it'd be incredible. Everybody, they'd get beat. They would just see they can't do this. Like, it's not a. Never mind. Anyways. So anyways, we put our services out there to comment on these live stream leagues for college football. So we're gonna have to get suits. Butch, what do you think of that?
Be electric, man.
It would be. I think that's a niche.
Yeah.
I think that's.
How do we sideline report that?
I don't know, Butch. You're the costume guy. You figure it out.
Could you send one of us to a person's house,
yes.
ask them questions?
Just get a green screen back there, Butch.
At the end of the quarter.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what we should do.
I'm that guy for sure.
We have username Hawk269 here. How do you feel after getting shut out in the first quarter?
Yeah, how'd that first half? You're down by 23. What do you need to do to get back in this game?
What does that thing feel like after being spit on?
She's the most.
You're down there sucking on great white shark claspers. That's what your offense is.
Y'all just got claspered. How did that feel?
Oh man. Okay.
Oh.
So that has legs. It got a little. I was surprised at the outreach that we got from that idea. So if you're watching and you play college football, the video game, just know there's a bunch of dudes who sit in their basements and record that will come on your show, and you just send us a stream, and we will announce that thing. And I guess we'd have to put it on our channel because that's the only way I think you could do it. Anyways, all right, New Orleans Saints. Here we go. Absolute mediocrity personified. They were 9-8 last year, second in the NFC North or NFC South. They have $100 million over the cap.
Holy moly!
Yes, they were $100 million over the cap. The Alvin Kamara, and Taysom Hill are their highest paid players, their highest cap hits. Thankfully, Taysom Hill restructured. He's getting his his Medicare card.
He is like 35.
Dude, he is. The DVOA ranks of the offense were 17th, and the defense was 15th, and overall they were 15th. Their draft grade was 15th. They are literally the definition of mediocrity. They don't have anything that's like exciting other than Olave and Kamara. Their defense is decent. Their coach sucks. Clint Kubiak is the new offensive coordinator, and they added Chase Young, Willie Gay. They drafted a tackle. Huh?
Willie Gay.
Yeah. They drafted a tackle, and they drafted Kool-Aid McKinstry, who they traded up for. The over-under is set for 7.5 wins. So, any initial thoughts on the Saints?
They got their punter, looks like a rock star. I don't know how good he is.
Is that an Australian dude?
Yeah, 39. Long hair,
Oh,
tattoos, tatted up.
there you go.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's why. That's why. Nice try. Look at G.U.Y.S name and his screen there. It says G.U.Y 39. That's why he said the punter looks like a hoss. Okay. Here are the New Orleans Saints 2024 hot takes. Everybody submits one or two. Who wants to lead it off? J-By, you want to go first?
I can go first. I'm just going to do both of mine because they kind of tie in together. I'll start with the second one because I think this will be Derek Carr's last season in New Orleans. Not saying he gets hurt, although he does get hurt every year. But this will be his last season in New Orleans because of this mediocrity. But because this will be his last season in New Orleans, their guy who they signed for 1 year, the man himself, Nathan Peterman, will start a game this year for the Saints.
The Nate Dogg. The Nate Dogg.
Buffalo's own.
Born in Buffalo, raised in Buffalo.
He wasn't, but the Bills drafted him.
How is he still in the league?
I have no idea. I've seen you throw better passes in practice than he throws.
Didn't he throw like 6 pick sixes in a row?
For the Bills. He played we didn't make the playoff for 20 years. Tyrod gets hurt. They send Nathan Peterman out there, and the Jags pick him off the first play of overtime, and then they kick a field goal and win.
Oh, dude, speaking of the Bills, I saw this cool stat. I had to share it with you. This is actually a compliment, so don't get. Josh Allen is just 22 rushing touchdowns away from Cam Newton for first all-time among quarterbacks with 75. Allen has played 94 games. Cam Newton did it in 148.
That's right. He'll beat that this year.
That 22 rushing touchdowns this year?
Yeah. He had that last year.
Did he?
Something like that. Maybe I think he had like 24 or something.
That is like, and people revere Cam Newton as like the gold standard for rushing quarterbacks, you know?
Dude, but I saw this thing. I didn't bookmark it or anything, but it was comparing Josh Allen to Lamar Jackson's stats.
I feel like we do that every show.
And it was like incredible how he only had 15 rushing touchdowns last year.
What a wuss.
But still.
What a loser.
But it was like incredible how far ahead of each category, like rushing touchdowns, throwing for 300 and rushing for 50, like the games he's done that in. And there wasn't a stat that Lamar was within 5 games of Josh Allen in any category.
Yeah, I remember don't you remember I made that spreadsheet comparing the two? I went through and picked out all the data, and I was like, this isn't even close. What are we talking about here? Like, anyways.
See if I can find it.
You do that while Butch, let's go. Tell us your Saints hot takes.
So I was pondering this with Kamara. Is his power animal a chipmunk?
Do explain, because I had no idea what that meant.
Alvin!
That is not at all what I expected. I didn't know. Okay. Let's explain.
I wonder what they measure the chipmunk then. What they call its junk. Just a nut?
I don't know, dude. Do we need a chipmunk week?
And since the Saints are so mediocre, should they think about moving to the UFL because they start in March and the Saints could march in?
I didn't know what you meant by that.
I got that one.
I didn't know that. I didn't get that at all. Okay, there you go. Here's mine. I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, man, they have sucked for a long time. And then I got to thinking, let me ask the question. This should be the theme of the year. Have they gotten over, finally, the 2019 loss to the Rams? Can the Saints finally avenge that loss to the Rams? Because I still feel like from that moment, they have just been on an absolute downward trajectory and they're mad at the world. So if there are any Saints fans watching out there or listening, please let us know. Are you still mad about the Rams playoff game where the safety, I can't remember who it was, basically
Robbie
just,
Coleman.
was it?
Yeah, because he used to play for the Bills.
Just basically just freight trained a guy in the flat and they didn't throw a flag. And then the Rams ended up winning and going to the Super Bowl in 2019. So have they gotten over that? Can they finally get over the hump?
I feel like the Saints haven't been good since they blocked that field goal or the punt against the Falcons after Katrina.
Mm-hmm. Very true. Very true. And then my second question, what will happen first? Derek Carr will yell at somebody or he will play hurt?
Well,
Because
that depends on the first play of the game.
Derek Carr, notable sideline kerfuffle with his number one wide receiver, Olave. But Derek Carr is a guy who he's got a little Matt Stafford in him where he likes to get hurt and then play hurt. So that
Not
people
injured.
think yeah, right. We're not calling for anybody's job here. We're just saying there's certain quarterbacks that they feel like they need to get in, like Ben Roethlisberger was one of them, right?
Yes.
Matt Stafford, one of them. The guys who just have to play. They feel like they need to be hurt so that everybody sees that they're a leader and that they're a tough guy. So I think that's more likely. I think he's gonna want to be. If he's not hurt, somebody's gonna go out there and kick him in the shin and be like, "Oh man, Derek Carr, you're hurt. Everybody doesn't believe in you anymore." And then he can get up there and do all the workout beams and all that stuff, the workout montages and all that stuff. So there you go. Those are my two questions for the Saints. And Tex, who's not here, said Taysom Hill leads the team in rushing TDs. That's possible. The Saints won't be last in their division. And I'm pretty sure that was a shot at the Carolina Panthers. So, and we also caught some flack because it was said to us in our group chat that we were too easy on the Panthers and that we don't respect them. And I think that's about 100% true. We do not respect the Panthers. They're a Mickey Mouse organization.
Yes. With a
So,
Panther.
Get him out of here. Let me ask this last question. Are the Saints a Super Bowl team?
No. The better question would be, are the Saints a playoff team?
Isn't the Super Bowl in the Superdome?
Maybe. Is it called the Superdome anymore? I don't think so.
Oh, it's what is it now?
I don't know. Actually, it might be the Mercedes Superdome now.
Yeah. I thought Mercedes sponsored the Falcons.
They do.
They have multiple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, they're building a monopoly. I didn't know that. Okay. That was the Saints. Let's do the water.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Water cooler debate quickly.
Are you serious?
Oh my God, you're an idiot.
Are you kidding me?
Water cooler debate. But first, the dad joke. What sport do hairdressers like the most? Curling. Yes. Okay, that's enough of that.
That was a better one. That was better.
If you don't like that joke, you don't like curling, and therefore you're not American.
Yeah.
All right, from episode 145, the goat type of buck. I didn't even know the big game buck hunter has a Twitter handle. I had no idea. Jens figured that one out. Jens tagged him on Twitter. I was like, didn't know that, but I'm following him because I need updates on big game buck hunter as much.
Isn't that the one you shoot with the shotgun?
Yes. Yes.
I got an in-law that has that at their house.
Hey, I know somebody's got Golden Tee. Maybe they team up, tour the country. saying.
Yes, traveling games.
That's what I'm saying. All right, Butch P with the $1 million gets the win, 47% of the vote. Mine was second with Nuck If You Buck with 24%, and Big Buck Hunter was 17%, and the 10-point buck was 12%. So, what do you have to say for yourself finishing last? Tex, where are you at? Oh, Tex is trying to sign in, I think.
Nobody knows what it's like to have a 10-point buck because they ain't been to Texas.
That's right. We want it to be last. We need to preserve the huntery.
Now save all the 10 points from me.
I come down, brag about my extra tufts, and then I don't even wear them, so we don't even know if I have them. 10 points. I hate basketball because all they score is 1, 2, and 3 points. I need 10 points if you're going to get me interested. Okay. This week's question, what is the GOAT type of loop? Which P, you won. So you get to either go first or last.
I'll go last.
Okay. I'll go first. I'm doing it. The GOAT type of loop is a belt loop. Because there's nothing I hate more than when I forget to wear a belt with pants that have a belt loop. I think it looks stupid. I hate it. So if I'm wearing a pant with belt loops, I need a belt, and the belt loop completes the ensemble. So it's a belt loop for me. J-Vibe, what's yours?
Look, this originally started as a football podcast, moved to a golf podcast during football off season. So there's only one GOAT loop that is the right answer here. And that is from I'm not going to say the greatest, but one of the greatest football movies of all time. And it's the Loop-De-Loop. The play from Varsity Blues. The Loop-De-Loop.
Okay. That's a good one. That's a way to bring football into this whenever everybody's clamoring for it. The Loop-De-Loop. I'm writing that down.
Loop-De-effing-Loop.
Right.
Since
you guys missed this totally. The GOAT type of loop is a loop hole.
Okay. Loophole on the board. Tex, what's the GOAT type of loop? Can you hear us?
Has anybody taken Fruit Loop yet?
Nope.
Ooh, no.
That was going to be my other one. Nice.
Yep. I'm going
Fruit
with
Loops?
Fruit Loop. Yep.
Fruit Loops.
It's basically dessert for breakfast. Fruit Loop.
I don't eat that kind of stuff, dude. So, wouldn't know. Can't eat toucans, so they're extinct anyways. Nobody
That's
cares.
not true. I bet you they taste really good because all I eat is fruit.
Dude, hold on. What were we going to ask him earlier? Did you know that a shark's claspers, a shark's junk is called claspers?
Yeah. Sharks have claspers.
Did you know that it was 16 inches?
Dude,
that's nice. Respect.
The great white shark. I'm turning on
Respect.
Shark Week, and they're like 17-inch claspers. And I'm like, what am I watching? What happened to the old Shark Week where they just like eat stuff and swim around with them?
Yeah, they're like seeing how hard they can bite and stuff.
Now they're seeing how hard they can get.
Yeah, How big are the claspers?
That's right. Oh man. All right, let's go talk about golf. We have music ready?
Yeah.
Okay, Scottish Open, Genesis Scottish Open, the Renaissance Club in Scotland, 156 golfers. The cut is at I think it's 72 is where the cut is. $9 million for the purse, and this is a PGA plus DP World Tour match, or a showdown or tournament or whatever you want to call it. So here we go. But first, let's get to know Scotland, the official animal of Scotland. Does anybody know what it is?
William Wallace.
A shark. clasper.
No, it's not the glass. No.
A bee.
No. Nope. It's the unicorn.
Those aren't even real.
I don't
What?
make these. It's the unicorn. Do you know
Makes
what the
sense.
national dish of Scotland is?
Hash.
No.
Haggis.
Haggis. There you go. The oldest tree in Europe is a yew tree, estimated to be over 5,000 years old in Fortingale, Scotland.
Nice.
What's the national instrument of Scotland?
Skin flute.
Bagpipes.
Bagpipe.
Bagpipes. There you go.
Yeah.
Yep. The Scottish flag is the oldest national flag still in use.
Nice.
Scotland is the home to the largest red deer population in the UK.
Now we're talking.
$10.
I wonder if you put a toucan in the tree, you can call it a U2.
Do you know what the national flower of Scotland is?
St. Andrews.
No, that what? Thistle.
Thistle. Interesting.
Do you know what? Do you know what type of dinosaur the Loch Ness was? Tex.
Plesiosaur.
Yep. Oh, Scotland has the most castles per square mile than any other country in the world.
But what?
It has the most castles per square mile than any country in the world.
Ooh.
And it has more than 6,000 lochs or lakes. There you go.
Loch Ness Monster.
Mm-hmm. Tickle that away. So there you go. That's a little bit about Scotland. So we're going to more of a link style before we hit the open next week. So you know what? I didn't know that the John Deere pays for the flight over to Scotland if people play in the John Deere. Did you know that?
Really?
I think you get to finish at some level though.
Yeah. So I'm going to put up the there it is. The course history. Here we
Makes
go.
the cut.
Yeah, read the hat, boys. So anyways, anything about this course anybody wants to throw out before we go over this information?
No, I don't know anything about it.
Well, let me tell you about it. Tom Doak design. Ocean Links hybrid. Carved through a forest of evergreens is from Ron Close, our guy that we don't know but we support. So stand with Ron. Weather is the X factor since 2019. 11 rounds in calm conditions. Almost 2 strokes lower per round. 9 rounds with wind and rain, almost a stroke. So a big 3-stroke difference there if the weather's bad. Non-links characteristics, only 4 ocean holes. Thick rough, numerous forested areas. The links characteristics, seaside location, wind, firm, fast conditions. Ground game encouraged. Deep pot bunkers with riveted faces. Favors bombers and elite ball strikers. Long iron pin seekers. 3 to 5 native rough. Only affects those who are just absolute behemoths or scoundrels off the tee. Second lowest fairway on tour. Grass 100% red fescue. 3 par 5s at 575 plus. 5 par 3s. That's interesting. 10 par 4s. And huge sloping fescue greens that are very slow. Only 10 on the stimp meter. So there you go. That's a little bit about the course, fellas. Anybody have anything to say about that?
Nope.
Nope.
Red
Okay.
fescue, though.
I don't think we have that over here.
I don't think so either.
So really,
We're
the
playing
whole
on
point.
bent grass for a little while.
Apparently, it's going to be hot there later I think Friday and Saturday. It's going to be scorching hot. So this thing's going to be running hot, boys. That grass.
It's going to be in the 60s.
What?
I think it's going to be in the 60s.
Exactly.
Scorched
Degrees Celsius.
Nope.
degrees Celsius.
So the whole point of this is for us to try to take down these contests. And you're not going to be able to take down these contests unless you have some golfers in your lineup, some absolute dandies, so to speak, some diamonds in the rough, some golfers up your sleeve, the G.U.Y.S. So, do we want to do the guys right now?
We can do the guys right now.
So, do we want to go memes, or do we want to go what's the slide first?
What do you mean?
Well, who wants to go first for their guys?
I can go first.
Okay. Do you want me to put up the memes, or you want me to put up the
You can put up the. You can. I mean, it says the name on it. So it doesn't matter which one you go first. Like, they all have the names on them. But let me tell you about my guy.
Tell him.
I'm picking a guy from Northern Ireland who's a young, up-and-coming guy
Love this pick.
who has been on fire.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually from the same hometown as Mr. Roy McIlroy, who should have won this, or who did win this event last year.
Yep.
And this guy, let me read off what he's done, because I got his stat wrong on the slide. I just realized it. He, in the last event he played, second, sixth, U.S. Open, made the cut, 41st, 8th, 7th, missed a cut at 92, 9th, 12th, 4th. This guy has been on fire. A lot of people don't know who he is because he plays on the World Tour. But my guy coming in at 7K, Tom McKibben.
Ooh, I played him heavy in my 20 max.
Got yourself
And
a little
Kanye
McKibben.
loves him.
Yes. Tom McClaspers.
Kanye supports the pick.
Oh, yeah?
This guy, he's telling his girlfriend, I have
That's
to tell
not-
you about this guy.
Holy crap, that's a paragraph.
Tom McKibben. He's on the World Tour, so now probably a lot of people don't know who he is. But his last few finishes have been insane this year. He posted a top 30 at the U.S. Open, which is not correct. G.U.Y.S is playing him as his guy. Should be a good pick.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is me telling him before he tees off that he's on the team as the hang the banner on the course guy. Big dog. Looking like Obama shaking U.S. men's national team's hands.
Dap him up. Dap him up. Okay.
I played a lot of him. I'll go next.
Okay, here you go. Let me put this up. Go ahead, Tex.
So, my guy in his last 6 has made the cut in 6 of 7. He is 92nd off the tee, 154th around the green, 62nd in putting, 23rd in total strokes gained, and 2nd in approach, which is most important here. And he's a mutter. My guy from Statesville went to TCU like a frog. He's a mutter. Tom Hogue.
Tom Toad Turds Hoagie.
Hoagies and grinders.
I don't know what happened to my camera. I don't know why it's black.
Well, we can see you're freeze framed.
Oh, okay. My camera's on my screen is black, so looks like everything's working on my end. The screen is the light is green, but that's my guy, Tom Hogue.
You look like the greatest ventriloquist of all time.
I'm also building a lineup in a single entry $1 with our guys.
Okay.
Love it.
Well then, buckle up, ladies and gentlemen, because we're going on a little ride.
Let's go.
For the Scottish Open, this golfer is also a World Tour golfer. This golfer is going to be way down there in your price range. So you're going to be able to stick this guy right in your lineups and not have to think twice about it, about working up there and saving some cash, some quiche, as they say in Scotland. In his last 3 tournaments, starting 3 weeks ago, 21st. 2 weeks ago, he got 3rd. Last week, 20th. Last week was the BMW. This is the Genesis. This guy is a car tournament specialist. Let's just say that. This golfer has a last name that's synonymous with a very big brand. Betty Crocker. Ever heard of it?
Apple.
No. What? This company, Betty Crocker, came from Washburn Crosby Company. That company made General Mills. General Mills was founded in Minneapolis, Minnesota, which is not where this guy's from. What does Minneapolis mean? Minneapolis means the city of waters. And if you were paying attention earlier,
Twin Lakes.
which country has 31,460 lakes?
Scotland.
Yes,
Orlando.
Scotland.
Locks.
What lives in those waters?
Monster.
Loch Ness.
The Loch Ness Monster. So, for the Scottish Open, this is the golfer. This is the golfer you're going to want to play. Sean Crocker, similar to Betty Crocker, that was founded in the, you get it, a lot of lakes.
Way down there. Way down there.
Sean Crocker, Sean Locker.
This is a terrible pick.
Loch Ness
Almost don't want to
Monster.
play him.
Lock him in your lineups. Loch Ness Monster, Sean Crocker. Crocker the Monster, Loch Ness, Stone Cold, Steve Austin, Sean Crocker beers, me in my lineups, just covered in it. There you go.
And if you watch the 40-Year-Old Virgin, it's Betty Crocker. Similar to the Casper of
What?
Shark.
That's on a shark.
The Claspers.
The Claspers.
I was wondering where
The
that-
ghost.
I was like,
There you go. The Claspers.
I wonder, you need to get a pair of those Claspers and hang them from your rearview mirror like they're good
Hey.
luck. Oh, man.
Dorsal fin on the top of your truck, and then
That's right, dude.
underneath,
Just
like,
instead of truck nuts, get truck Claspers.
I'm dragging the ground back there.
that worked good on a rim.
Anyway, Sean Crocker, 5,500, really good. He's in good form now, so this is going to be a fun sweat. I cannot wait. I love picking the guys that are like way down there. That's our model, by the way. If you tune into this show for fancy models, you need to go elsewhere. Okay, Butch, your guy.
All right, let me take you down a journey with my guy.
Do it.
This guy is from the island of Great Britain. Okay,
The island.
the United Kingdom.
Slap at the base.
Excuse me, United Kingdom. Okay,
Mm.
from England, and his name rhymes with William Wallace.
Billiam.
Matt Wallace.
My guy is going to be yours truly, the cousin of William on the England side, Matt Wallace.
Nice.
6,700.
Screw that guy.
That's
Why?
why
Screw
you
him.
play him.
I hate his guts, dude. I hate his guts because he let me down. He let me down last week. Was it last week? Maybe the week before.
That means he's had extra practice.
Well,
But
Yes,
here we go
yeah.
with Dylon. Could not help
yeah.
himself because he actually went below 8K last week and failed miserably. He got as close as he possibly could to the 8K range this week and is playing the guy that got second last year,
Yep.
What a coward.
Bobby McIntyre.
Coward. Didn't even give any reasoning this time.
Nope.
Usually he sends a nice long paragraph explaining. He
Yeah.
just said Bob McIntyre. He came in there, popped his head in there, and said Bob McIntyre, and then ran out the door with his claspers tucked between his legs.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? Bob McIntyre doesn't have his dad on the bag anymore.
Oh, sorry to ruin your
And
day.
is he
Dylon.
is he a mutter? Is he a mutter?
Mm,
Not a
I don't
mutter.
know.
Not
He's
a
probably a
mutter.
fodder.
Yep.
His daddy was a mutter. His mama was a mutter. His granddad was a mutter. I don't know if he's a mutter.
He's not a mutter.
He's
All
not.
right. So with that pick, that leaves me with $15,900 left in salary to play with.
Oh, you could play anybody.
You're not going to listen to us anyways. We
should I
gave you a
play-
big long spiel last time.
Should I play Rory, Xander, Aberg, Morikawa?
Don't
I'm playing
ask me.
Xander.
Do not play Morikawa. He's terrible here.
No. I'm playing more.
I played some Morikawa as well. Xander.
Yeah,
might-
he's a different. It's a different. He's back. Morikawa's
Back.
back.
Yep. He's a mutter too. Morikawa's a mutter.
Don't play Fitzpatrick. He's
Already
getting
played
got
him.
engaged.
Married.
No, he got engaged last week.
Oh no.
Yep.
Go fix my lineups.
His form is dead. That's why.
Let me see how many times I played him. One.
There with Machine Gun said, where else do you tuck your clasp?
Except Fitzpatrick, right?
Yep.
He's engaged. That ship has sailed, brother.
2.
Count him out for the next year. It's over. Watch him go out there and shoot like 16. That would be hilarious.
Just 2 lineups I got to fix.
Okay.
I might leave him in 1.
Coward. You know the rules, dude. This is golf. Golf doesn't play. These are not our rules. This is the golf universe.
Look at
Who-
Davis Thompson. 1 year and a couple weeks after he got married, he
Mhm.
won.
Boom. It's 1 year. 1 year.
That's engaged. He got engaged, right?
His form
Roy
has
just
been.
got remarried. And look what
He's
happened to him.
Don't play him.
played
Who
him
wins
one.
this thing? Consensus GOAT tourney winner, Scottish Open. Let's do it right now. Who wins it? Butch?
Matt Wallace.
Okay. I completely disagree with that. I think I got to say it's going to be Morikawa.
I think if you're dealing with wins, high wins, there's one person that knows how to play in wins because he went to Texas Tech, and the wind blows in Lubbock. Tex doesn't know that because he's never been to Texas, but
Never been there.
Oberg.
Oh, I could be convinced into Oberg. This so far consensus has not worked at all. We've given 3 different golfers. Tex, who wins it?
Xander.
Great. All right, that didn't work at all. Who are those 4?
Might as well give Butch. Did Butch give one?
Yeah, he said Matt Wallace. I put it in the doc. It says consensus GOAT tourney winner, and we gave 4 different golfers. So now that we have our final 4.
We've got a consensus though.
All right, I'm just gonna put those names in there. Wallace, Morikawa, Aberg, Xander, and that will be the consensus winner tweet. We just didn't do anything. Oh, also, we're 49-79 on making the cut. Last week sucked. I'd like for the rest of you to step it up, please.
Depends on who you ask.
Exactly. I stopped keeping track. Shout out those watching. You'll be surprised to know, Butch P and Tex, that I have made a graphic announcing our next guest on the show. Butch P's guy from last week. I made a lot of graphics. It's taken me a while to get there. Everybody watching right now, guess who's coming on next week? Not next week.
We don't know
No.
when he's coming on.
We don't-
But he has
he's-
said he's coming on.
Sometime after the Scottish Open, when he returns to the United States, Andrew Novak
Unless he
coming on the
wins.
show.
Yeah.
Hey, if he wins, I mean, hopefully he doesn't come on the next week.
Did he not qualify for the Open? By his, no, maybe he was just outside.
I think he had a top 2.
Yeah, you had to be top 2. Dang.
So he was right there, though. So now we got another guy that we got to get a hashtag going for. So we got to start writing questions. Big football guy, Andrew Novak, coming on. North Carolina guy. So
Yep.
we will have lots of fun. If you're expecting golf, there will be some, but there will be a lot of football and jokes.
Old SoCon rival too, right?
Oh, yeah, buddy. I've already planted that seed with him, saying we got a bone to pick with you.
Hey, is that your kicking highlight?
Wofford?
Isn't that what you play, J.Y.?
No, that's Citadel.
Oh, is that Citadel? Oh,
I did have some big kicks against Wofford, though. I made my longest field goal against Wofford.
Yeah.
39 yards.
All right.
Kidding.
I think I did make a 39-yard against. No, 49-yard, I guess. So.
Oh, yeah, 39 plus 10. See?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
All ties together. All right. How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you? How dare you?
How dare me? How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you, sir? You're gross.
How dare you?
How dare yous? Who wants to go first? Somebody yell at somebody. J-Vi teased it.
I can go first. And this is, I guess, a look back at a how dare you, because recently, last week, I received a phone call from a guy that I worked with at the U.S. Open. And he called me and he was like, I've been meaning to call you because I wanted to thank you because you saved me. And I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean I saved you? And he said, we were working the U.S. Open. He goes, I try my hardest to hustle around and help my camera guy out as much as possible and get the tripod set up so he can put the camera down so he doesn't miss a shot. And he goes, it was hot as could be on Sunday. We were following the top guys. And he was like, we got to hole 15. Rory sticks it on the green. And I'm trying to get there. The huge crowd. I was having a little bit of trouble. Rory's stepping up to his ball to putt. And I don't have the tripod down yet for our camera guy to get the camera on the tripod to shoot the putt. Rory steps away from his ball. He looks behind him and points at somebody and is saying something because they were being too loud. Allows me to get the tripod on the ground. Our camera guy on the tripod. Rory misses that putt. He said, do you know who that guy was that he yelled at? And I was like, no, I have no idea. He goes, it was you.
You cost him the U.S. Open?
I guess. I don't know. How dare me?
Wow, dude.
For making Rory.
Is that why you're wearing the hat? Is that why you're wearing the hat today?
Dude, that's his Harry Hall hat. That's who his guy is.
No, that's his DeChambeau hat.
Old DeChambeau.
Yeah, that beat Rory.
But I had no idea. I honestly had no idea. He said I was leaving the green. I was going to get somebody else, or I was going up ahead to get on 16 or 17, whatever I was doing. I don't have any idea. I don't recall that at all. I obviously didn't hear him yelling at me, or I was being louder than I thought I was being walking. But supposedly, let's say this, allegedly, I caused him to rethink or lose his concentration.
Wow, you cost Rory the U.S. Open.
How dare me?
And then he quit for 2 weeks. You made him quit golf.
He got remarried.
Wow. That's a good one. I don't know how you follow that one up. You should have gone last.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do I do now? I have 2 listed there, but I will not back down.
Of course you have to.
Okay.
Throw one my way.
Do what?
Throw one my way. You can have mine.
Okay. I want to how dare Patrick Mahomes. Everybody listen up. And I hope Jens somewhere out there is listening to this or does listen to this. Here's a stat for you Mahomes truthers out there. Tom Brady has 30 touchdowns of screen passes in his entire career. Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes already has 40 screen passes for touchdowns. 30 screen passes for Tom Brady his entire career. And he had James White, who only caught screen passes. and Mahomes has 40 already and a third of the career of Tom Brady. So he's on a record pace for screen passes that are considered touchdowns. So how dare you and every single one of your fans for coming at Brock Purdy being the check down merchant when Mr. Mahomes averaged 3.9 yards per touchdown pass last year, one of the lowest in the league, if not the lowest, and already has more screen passes for TDs than Tom Brady does his entire career.
Over 20 years.
Over 20 years. How dare you? You could sit up there and tell me that it's raining when you're just peeing on my head. R. Kelly, that thing. But I don't know. That
Where
cut
was
it
that
out.
going?
I don't know. I'm just mad because
Hey.
all he does is throw short touchdown passes.
Do you ever say, "Hey, I want the news, not the weather"?
There you go. That's right. Yeah. And Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift spent $100,000 on security every day. Security, travel, all that stuff. The Chiefs are frauds.
You're worth $1 billion.
Sucks.
Like $10.
Oh,
Anyways, Butch, text somebody.
what's your other one?
How dare Arch Manning for saying he's not going to be in the game and then holds the NCAA hostage or the EA Sports hostage and then gets paid $60,000 to be in the game. So he held out, did a commercial, made him pay him $60,000 instead of, and he got his $600 in the game. They shouldn't have given him that. They should have taken it away. How dare you, Arch Manning? You don't even play.
He will play this year.
Tex hadn't said anything.
Tex hasn't moved a muscle in like 30 minutes.
Greatest ventriloquist of all time. Butch, you got one?
No.
Is Ewers the next Derek Carr?
Ewers?
Ewers.
Quinn, more like Quinn Sewers because he plays like Gump.
Oh.
Nope.
All right, Tex, go ahead.
Mine is Deion Sanders.
Oh.
Complaining that he is judged differently because of his status. And I say, how dare you, Deion, to come out here spitting that booty chatter and then complain whenever people start circling your team on the schedule to be extra ready for you guys so they can shut you up. Don't come out here talking and walking with a swagger unless you're going to back it up, Deion. And then don't complain about it.
Talk about changing the game, this and that.
A little extra stomp.
That's right. Claspers swinging
Wear
to
it.
and fro.
I just say wear it. Wear it, man. Wear it. Don't complain about it. Wear it. Appreciate him. Thank
That's
him.
loser mentality.
Yeah. Thank him. Thank him for saying it. Thank him for saying it. Thank you. Motivation. Boom. Move on. Don't complain. Weakness.
Sound
Not
like Lamar Jackson fans.
Yeah.
That's that Lamar Jackson fan attitude.
You're better than that, Deion. You're one of my favorite players back in the day. Keep that swagger. Don't complain.
That's right. Don't make excuses.
No excuses.
Also, I have a third one. How dare you, J.J. Watt, for posting thirst traps for no reason?
What?
He posts he just put on. He does like these weird posts where it's like him flexing, sweating. I mean, he's absolutely jacked, but it's just like, is there a need to post that picture of you with your shirt off and your shorts rolled up?
It's not for you.
Yeah. I mean, come on. Nobody cares.
Looking at his clasper.
It was, if so, it was not the size of a great whites. Anyways,
hard to compete.
True. The only other thing was Mike Gundy. Did y'all see what he did?
Yes.
Tex, did you see this?
No.
Okay. Mike Gundy, the running back for Oklahoma State, Ollie, I forget his last name, Ollie something.
Muhammad?
No. Ollie something, the running back for Oklahoma State, he's a stud. He got a DUI. And so, of course, as in Mike Gundy fashion, goes up to the microphone and thinks he's going to change people's minds and says, you know, he only blew such and such over the limit. That's only like, what, 3 or 4 beers? I've probably done that 1,000 times in my life.
Oh,
Yeah, somebody asked him, how many times have you drank and drove after drinking 2, 3, 4 beers? He goes, probably 1,000 times.
Like, what, dude? Like, have you not seen what's happening in the NFL and things like that where that stuff's involved and it has not gone well for those people? You can't go up there and say that.
yeah, that doesn't help.
So, and then he said, what's his punishment going to be? He said he's probably going to hand him the ball 50 times to make him like. Anyways, Mike Gundy at the mic again, ladies and gentlemen. Anywho,
Who wins the Big 12 this year?
Who wins the Big 12? I don't know. Trying to remember who all
Texas
the
and Oklahoma are out.
They're gone. So
Iowa
Tom?
State. Iowa
Huh?
State.
I
mean, you
got
think-
Arizona.
ooh,
Yeah.
they get
With that quarterback. Yeah, you're right.
and the receiver.
Yeah.
They got that quarterback last year was a freak show.
I spent
I'm
30
not
minutes.
used to Arizona being in the Big 12, so
I know.
I was
Yeah.
Wait,
30
hey,
minutes
wait,
talking.
wait till you hear that Oregon is in the Big 10 and Cal is
30
in the
minutes.
ACC.
Cows in
30 minutes
ACC?
talking football
Cal and Stanford are in the ACC.
with the high school defensive coordinator today. He was
Mm.
just drawing stuff up on the board. I was like, what are you going to do if they come out in trips? He's like, we're going to do this, this, and this. And if they do this, then we're doing this. And if they do that, then I was like, yes, football's
baby.
back, baby.
Yeah,
Right,
what I just did, I was working at a convention with like up and
Oh,
coming.
Utah's winning that. Utah's winning that thing, buddy. Utah's
they?
winning the Big 12. Yeah.
Utah, and
But it was
telling everybody they're short. You short.
it was up and coming coaches, and they do like mock interviews, and they try to prepare them to be head coaches. Well, one of the things they do is they call it chalk talk, where it's them watching film of their games and going over it and talking about like what they're doing. It's like all these teams and all these they're all doing the same thing, but they just call it different stuff. And it's like they're trying to like, well, let me take all this stuff because we can't let this other guy see it. I'm just like, I've been in there for all of them. It's all the exact same stuff. Like it's just you just call it something different. But did you know? So interesting. They're having headsets in college this year.
Ooh.
But only one person can have it, and you get to pick the person.
You mean in the
Offense
helmets?
and defense?
Oh.
Yeah,
On the player side.
yeah.
Okay.
Which was
So, like one
Wait a
was
minute.
like,
Yeah.
they're like, do you automatically assume that it's going to be the middle linebacker? And he goes, I think we're going to give it to the safety because of because the different defenses we run, a safety is going to be on the field more than everybody else.
Yep. I was going to say safety would have been my choice. They should give it to the 3 technique.
But like, they're also saying like it's college, everybody wants to go fast. So like, if you're calling a play to the quarterback on his headset, like he's still got to relay the plays to everybody else and tell them to play. So like people are still going to be doing signs and everything else. It's like, is it really going to help or benefit anybody? Like the headset doesn't really matter unless you huddle.
True. We're having another guest on to talk football. And actually, I've already got us another guest. There's 2 guests. We're the black and gold guys from App State. We're doing an App State preview episode.
It'll help with Audible though on the defense for sure. Like if the box sees it, who's the communication with?
Just the one player, whoever they choose.
Yeah, but who's talking to them? Is it upstairs?
Defensive coordinator.
From upstairs in the booth?
Defensive court. Well, wherever he's at, he could be on the
Wherever
field.
he's at. So
I feel like they should have one
And they get up to the 15 seconds, like NFL. It cuts off at 15 seconds.
They should just have one, and they should do a fan headset too, that we could just cut to during the game.
That's not gonna benefit you because your offensive strategy is going to take that 15 seconds away.
Yeah.
That's what
I'm saying.
Bill
Offenses
did,
are still going to try to go fast. Like, they're not going to.
Well, or they could slow it up and
Yeah.
come out.
They could
slow it up to 16 seconds, and then speed it up. But it's not. That's not going to be a big factor. Just play the game.
It's so funny too because there was 4 defensive coaches there and 1 offensive coach, and one offensive coach was, I want to attack, throw the ball downfield, all this stuff. And the 4 defensive coaches, they're like, well, if you got a head coaching job, what do you want your offense to be? And it was completely different than what the offensive coach wants to do. And they said what they said because this is the hardest thing to defend. Like, I want my offense to be this because we have the hardest time defending this. And it was completely different than what the offensive coach wants to do and what offensive-minded people want to do. I was going to ask that question to our guest, our reoccurring guest.
Which one, Coach?
Yeah.
OC?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's coming on eventually. And
we got a lot of previews too.
Yes.
Do what? Yeah,
we should just skip our team's previews because we know what's going to happen. And then we can do our football interviews on those.
Oh, no. We got to do those. We should just do a whole show of our team's previews.
Yeah.
Let's make it an entire show.
I'm going to say I think the Bills are going to win the Super Bowl. And you guys, I think the Bills are going to get moved to the UFL.
That's right. And you have to trust that I'm going to put them in the document like they should be in the little meme. I might change some things up, but yeah. So we're going to do an App State preview with the black and gold guys, where they tell us they have to try to walk us off the ledge that we're going to the playoffs.
Actually, all I'm going to say about the Bills making the Super Bowl is that I agree with you, but they'll lose 4 straight.
Hey, that's what the Niners are doing right now.
We're on our 3rd. Give us another one, dude. We're coming for the record. 3 straight Super Bowls. It's been great. They just spread them out, so every time it's different, and I actually have hope. And they get crushed while I'm sitting here on camera looking like a complete idiot. Oh.
All
right.
It's 11. We got 3 hours.
That's right. We got lineups to make.
Yeah.
The standings, I am completely bamboozling everyone with 16. Dylon has 11. He will say he has 12, but he's a coward and a liar. He has an asterisk, so 11 with an asterisk, parentheses 1. J-Vi has 10, Tex has 6, Butch P has 5. Recommend our show to a friend's friend. Talk to us on Twitter. Get after us if you'd like to be a part of us announcing your college football streaming games. Apparently that might be a thing. And then go to wherever you find your podcast and subscribe and leave a review. That would be fantastic. Follow us on Twitter, at Millie Goats, Instagram, at The Millie Goats, YouTube, The Millie Goats, Rumble, The Millie Goats, website and blog, themilliegoats.godaddysites.com. You can also email us through there, we found out.
Yeah.
Subscribe. Shout out that guy. Subscribe, rate, review the show. We got Scottish Open. William Wallace. Let's
from 28 yards. Good snap, holds down, and the Mountaineers win in overtime. The field goal is good from Jason Viteris, and the Mountaineers